Lula Rayford. She's on her way into the office. So she said she apologized. She'll be about 15 minutes late, but I said still doing other stuff.
All right, are we ready on Riley?
I'm gonna open judge. I'm gonna reopen court. Mr. DeBose. Okay. 36th District Court is back in session with the Honorable Raeigen Evans presiding. While court's in session, there will be absolutely no walking around, talking, reading, eating, sleeping, smoking, driving. When your name is called, please unmute your device if muted and give your point undivided attention to the court. Once again, good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Petway. This is the people versus, let me bring out Mr. Rogan so we can get. It's on this body here. This is the people versus Renata Riley, ticket number Z808248. Count one is operating blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Good morning, Renata Riley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pauline Soroki on behalf of Renata Riley.
Officer Bradfield, can you say your name, sir? Is Officer Bradfield here?
I don't see him on the screen, Your Honor. It is a review, Your Honor. I did speak with him.
He's not in the breakout room. He should be. Officer Bradfield, are you around? He's here, but I don't know why he's not. Okay, so we'll recall it. Is Mr. Rogan out?
Should be.
Okay, I see him. This is the people versus Jakari Rogan, ticket number Z80832121, count one, operating while visibly impaired. Good morning. Please say your names for the record, starting with probation officer O'Driscoll.
Yep, Jennifer O'Driscoll on behalf of the probation department.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Rogan.
Say your name, Mr. Rogan.
My name is Jakari Rogan.
All right, Officer O'Driscoll.
Yep. Good morning, Your Honor. Let's see. It looks like on January 19th of 2023, the defendant had pled guilty to that violation of probation for those positive alcohol screens. And at that time, you had ordered him to participate in outpatient substance abuse treatment and to have all negative drug screens prior to this court date. The defendant has enrolled in outpatient treatment. It appears he's attended 2 sessions. I did speak with the outpatient therapist, who is Mr. Harold Ash. Mr. Harold Ash's recommendations are that the defendant be placed into a residential treatment facility, and that the defendant appears to have an alcohol use disorder and dependence and would benefit from more intensive type treatment. However, the defendant indicates that inpatient residential treatment is not an option for him currently because he is working. The defendant was also ordered to make sure that he made all of his drug tests and to make sure that they were all negative since January 19th. So on January 19th, he did test negative for all substances. On January 30th, he was negative. On February 9th, he failed to report for testing on that date. And then on February 16th, he refused to take the test. The report from ATS indicates that the defendant reported at 8:26 p.m. to do the urinalysis. The defendant then indicated that he had to go to his car and he failed to return to do the test. So as of 2/16, that was a refused test. So since the 19th, he's had 2 negative tests and 1 failed to report test and 1 refused test. So that's where we stand today. At the last, Yeah, my recommendation at the violation hearing was that the defendant be sentenced to or be placed over to the drug court program. However, that was held in advance pending the defendant enrolling in outpatient substance abuse treatment and having all negative drug screens.
Ms. Soroki?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I spoke to my client. He indicated he was in the treatment program now, and he, he had participated in the other things. He's asking his probation be continued.
But he was ordered just a month ago to not have any positive alcohol screens, to provide proof that he was in the program at his employment. And he essentially has had positive screens. If you failed a screen, it's deemed a positive. So he hasn't held up his end of the bargain.
Your Honor, if I may, he's also lost his employment with Chrysler. He's currently in the grievance process with the union to try to reobtain his employment, but those grievance processes have to go through all 4 to 5 stages and can take quite a while. So at this point, he's lost his employment with Chrysler.
Oh,
And your recommendation is inpatient?
Yeah, his therapists had recommended inpatient. The probation department recommendation is still drug court.
Okay. So the court will order drug court. So how does that work? Does he need to be evaluated?
He does, Your Honor. So we would have to call drug court into this court hearing in order to speak with the defendant. And then if he is accepted into drug court, I would do an amended order of probation, and then drug court would then give him a date to be sentenced to drug court. So
drug court. So let's move on for that, and then we'll recall this matter.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You go back in your room, Mr. Rogan. This we're recalling the People versus Renata Riley, ticket number Z808248. Good morning, please say your name to the record, starting with Officer Bradfield.
Good morning to the court, Gary Bradfield, appearing on behalf of probation.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Renata Riley.
Ms. Riley, say your name.
Good morning, Renata Riley.
All right, Officer Bradfield, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. This defendant has been on probation now since August 23rd of 2022, 12 months for operating with a blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. She was assessed $565, ordered to go to alcohol highway safety education, attend AA meetings, alcohol highway safety, outpatient treatment, submit to drug testing, shall not consume any alcoholic beverage, and pay all outstanding traffic tickets in full. Today is her review day. Ms. Riley has been reporting as directed. She needs a little bit more time to come into compliance. She has been drug testing. We are satisfied with her results. She has not been drinking. She's also in treatment. She's provided proof of outpatient treatment. She began that September of last year, and she's set to be discharged in April 6, 2022. As relates to her fines and costs, she has not paid any of her fines and costs. Her income has been rather unstable. We are respectfully asking that Ms. Riley perform 7 days community service in lieu of fines and costs. And she has yet to complete the alcohol highway safety education class.
How much are her fines and costs?
$565. She does have 3 outstanding tickets that she has to pay, but that remain not paid.
All right, so she can, so you're asking that she do community service in lieu of the fines and costs?
Yes, Judge.
All right. It was how much again?
$565 in total.
So she can do 57 hours.
Thank you, Your Honor. Her discharge date is August 23rd of this year.
Okay, so do you want to set it on that date?
Yes, Judge, if that's fine with the court.
Ms. Soroki?
I'd ask the court to consider less community service. I mean, that's like, I don't even know if that's minimum wage at this point in time. Perhaps the court could consider 40 hours. I mean, she's doing everything else. She's working, she's attending, I'm not working, she's trying to work, attending all her classes and she's trying.
She is, but 57 hours isn't that much. I mean, we're looking at like, I don't know, what is it? It's March, it's not even March yet, March. She has like 6 months to do 57 hours, it's not that. So.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
She can do it, even if she does 10 hours a week, that's like a little more than a day of work, so. So we'll do the 57 hours of community service. She has till August 23rd to do it. You are doing well. So I'll just continue you on probation. We'll come back on August 23rd at 8:35.
That'll be my next court date.
Yes, ma'am. And that
Can I
should
say-
be the date that you're discharged.
Am I allowed to say one thing?
If you feel that you need to say something.
It's not, I'm just curious. For the last couple of years, when I filed my taxes, they always take my state and it normally go towards my tickets or my student loan. But when she filed this year, she said it will not be going towards my student loan. So I'm kind of thinking that it's going to go towards my tickets. So if it go towards them and pay it off, then will someone like inform me that they received it and I won't have to finish community service, it'll be paid off? Because they take my state every year.
You can always look online to see what your status is with the ticket as far as it being paid.
Okay.
So I mean, I guess you're asking if you're gonna receive some kind of notice. I don't know, I don't think so. So you can always I would just periodically check online, look, you can look at your name and see.
Okay.
Service and then come back. If they took it.
Right, that's a good question. Because we're, Officer Bradley, because we're ordering community service, then she shouldn't owe any money at this point, unless it's for previous tickets.
Yeah, she has 3 civil infractions that has to be addressed.
Right, it's probably from the previous tickets, but
Yes,
as
it
far
is.
as this case, you just have to do the community service. You don't have to do the, you don't have to pay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, so you're all set, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Bradley.
And Mr. Ratliff, can you pull a Secretary of State record on Maddie Reynolds? For Maddie Reynolds, she has a care list. I just want to take a look at that.
And
Okay.
Tamika, I need an offer on Hector Davila too. There's a civil on that.
Okay, Davila. Okay, and can I get a Secretary of State record for him as well, Mr. Ratliff?
What's the name again?
Davila. First name Hector.
Okay.
Okay, I'll come down.
Mr. Roki, who you ready on?
Everybody that's out should be ready, so.
All right, this is the people versus Andre DuBose. Ticket number SP 1298067, count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license on a person, and ticket number SP 1193432. Count 1, driver register or entitled vehicle, and count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Andre DuBose.
All right, is Officer Ayala out?
She should be out.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Officer Ayala, can you say your name, please?
Police Officer Michael Ayala.
And Officer Shabazz, can you say your name, please?
Yes, Your Honor, Officer Abdul Shabazz, badge number 1194, triggers.
Thank you.
Your Honor, good morning. Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. DeBose. Mr. DeBose has provided a license dated 2/25/2026, a registration expiring on 2/25/2023, and insurance expiring on May 13th, 2023, and move for dismissal of all matters.
All right, officers, provided that he has provided valid documentation, you guys are okay with these matters
Can I-
being dismissed?
Yes, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that, Your Honor. This Officer
Can I-
Shabazz, I'm good with that, Your Honor, but the Buick, is that a different vehicle? Cause I see the Buick is not registered.
It's a different vehicle.
It's not in his name, so I don't know if that's a different vehicle. Are we talking about two different vehicles? This is clarification of the court, that's all.
It's a different vehicle.
Yes, yes, it was a different vehicle that Shabazz pulled over, but I'm good with the dismissal because it's not in his name anymore, so I'm good with it.
Thank you.
All right, so these matters are dismissed without prejudice. You are all set, Mr. DeBose. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, officer.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Shit, pulled it off. It wasn't even a dealer tag on it.
Okay. All right, this is the people versus Javante Robinson. Ticket number SP 1046473, count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license on a person. Ticket number SP 1370292, count 1, driver license suspended. And I'm sorry, that was count 1, and then count 2 is no insurance misdemeanor. And it looks like he might have another matter that's in warrant status, which is SP 1046473, count 1, no operator's license in possession. Good morning, please say your name for the record.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Say your
Mr.
name,
Robinson.
Unmute your device, Mr. Robinson, and say your name. Unmute your device.
Javante Robinson.
Your Honor, I'm going to indicate that last matter is on the docket for today. At this time, my client is continuing his plea of not guilty, requesting a bench trial date.
All right, raise your right hand, Mr. Robinson. Swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Your hand down. You understand you do have the right to a jury trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value to waive your right to a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
So the court is going to continue your not guilty plea, set this for a bench trial date for
Let's go with the third.
March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
March 3rd at what time?
9 o'clock, sir.
Same judge?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You didn't have that file up there yet? You didn't have that file up there?
I didn't have that one too. This is the people versus Gerald Roseborough. Ticket number SP 1388729, count 1, driver's license never acquired. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Roseborough.
Say your name, sir.
Oh, Gerald Roseborough, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the people made an offer to my my client, at this time, he would enter a plea to the amended charge of improper plate. And both the other matters are being,
So here's the thing, he has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other tickets that are in warrant status.
Mr. Roseborough, you want to try to resolve those today, or do you want to come back on a pretrial or a trial date?
I can come back on a pretrial date.
When just set it for trial,
Yes, I'm for trial.
raise your right hand, Mr. Roseborough. Swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you put your hand down. You understand you do have the right to a jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything of value to waive your right to a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
So the court's gonna continue your not guilty plea. Set this for a bench trial date for March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
March 3rd at 9 o'clock. Okay, same judge.
What's that, sir?
Yes.
No, same judge. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Same
yes,
thing.
sir.
Okay.
You're
You're
all
all
set,
set,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Did you get the offer for McCullough?
I did. We're gonna have to come back to that.
Okay. This is the people versus Curtis Dyer, ticket number SP 1301415, count 1, driver's license never acquired, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor, count 3, improper plate. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Colleen Soroki, on behalf of Mr. Dyer.
Say your name, Mr. Dyer.
Curtis Dwayne Dyer.
Your Honor, at this time, we move the outstanding warrants be set aside. The people have made an offer to my client. He would admit count 3, improper plate. The other 2 counts are being dismissed. He's waiving his rights.
All right, the court will set aside the warrant. Raise your right hand, Mr. Dyer. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Roki in private about your case and your rights.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will.
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty.
Yes.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial,
Yes.
and knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Yes.
Then direct your attention to January 16, 2022 at 10:55 a.m. on that date and time where you at or near Plymouth and Southfield Service Drive in the city of Detroit.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you driving a 2002 Chevrolet vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have the proper plates on that vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
You're satisfied, Mr. Roki?
I'm satisfied.
You stipulate the probable cause as to counts 1 and 2 to be dismissed without prejudice.
So stipulated.
All right, they're dismissed without prejudice. We'll proceed to sentencing. There's a $200 fine. Can you have it paid by March 23rd?
Could I get to the first week in April? If possible?
April 24th?
April 24th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you said $200?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You're all set. Good luck to you.
okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is
Good
the
day.
people versus Kenyo Reese Clark. Ticket
Yeah.
number SP 1361812, count 1, drive while license suspended. Good morning. Please say your names for the record.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki, on behalf of Mr. Reese Clark.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, there's a count 2, no proof of insurance. Say your name, Mr. Reese Clark.
Danielle Reese Clark.
Your Honor, at this time, my client presented a license dated July 11, 2026, and insurance dated 4/13/2023, moving to dismissal of both matters.
Stipulate the probable cause.
Your Honor, so stipulated.
These matters are dismissed without prejudice as Mr. Reese Clark has provided valid documentation. You are all set, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're all set, sir.
What she said?
Your tickets were dismissed.
Okay, thank you. So I don't have to pay anything?
No.
No, you
Okay,
no.
thank
Dismissed, sir. Good luck. This is the people versus Jason Raeigen, ticket number SP 1391263, count one, no insurance misdemeanor. Good morning, please state your names for the record, starting with Officer Nelson. Is he out? Is he here? I know he checked in.
Officer Brian Nelson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for him.
Go ahead. I know he checked in.
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke on behalf of Mr. Riggins. I'm sorry, Mr. Riggins.
Say your name, Mr. Raeigen.
Jason Riggins.
Your Honor, Mr. Riggins showed a insurance certificate dated 8/20/2023. I move for dismissal of his matter.
All right, you stipulate the probable cause.
So stipulated.
This matter is dismissed by prejudice as Mr. Riggins has provided valid documentation. You are all set, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
This is the people versus Mustafa Dade, ticket number SP 1385889, count one, brandishing firearm. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke on behalf of Mr. Dade.
Say your name, Mr. Dade.
Most day.
Your Honor, the people have made a recommendation to my client for a delayed sentence. He's waiving his rights, asking the court to adopt that.
3 months delayed sentence.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, Mr. Dade. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. You had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Roki in private about your case and your rights.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will.
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty.
Yes.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial.
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Yeah.
I'm going to direct your attention to September 19, 2022 at 12:49 p.m. on the date time where you at or near I-94 and I-75 in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
Did you brandish a firearm?
Yes.
You're satisfied, Mr. Roki?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Is also satisfied on factual basis will accept the admission. We'll proceed to sentencing. This is a 3-month delayed sentence. There's a fine of $200. You need to have that fine paid by your next court date, which is August 21st at 8:35. You come back on that date, pay the fine, don't get any more tickets. So essentially, no further police contact. Once you've done all that, this would be dismissed off your record. Did you have any questions, sir?
No. Thank you, ma'am.
You are all set. Good luck to you.
All right.
All right, this is the people versus Tiffany Red, ticket number SP 1288250, count one, driver license suspended. Ticket number SP 1334406, count one, fails to display a valid operator's license, not a person. Good morning, please say your names for the record, starting with Officer Clark.
Police Officer Takesha Clark.
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke on behalf of Tiffany Red.
Say your name is Red.
Tiffany Red.
Your Honor, at this time, the people have made an offer to my client. She'd plead guilty to one count of failed to display a valid license. The other matter is being dismissed. She's waiving her rights.
Raise your right hand, Ms. Red. You swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to your attorney, Mr. Roki, in private about your case and your rights.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No.
You're pleading of your own free will?
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to continue with your guilty plea?
Yes.
I'm going to direct your attention to December 8, 2021 at 2:01 a.m. on that date and time where you at or near 7 Mile and Beach Street in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
Were you driving a 2002 Ford vehicle?
Yes.
Were you driving while your license was suspended?
Yes.
You're satisfied, Mr. Roki?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
It's also satisfied the factual basis. You stipulate the proper cause as to the other ticket to be dismissed without prejudice.
Your Honor, so stipulated.
Is dismissed without prejudice. Proceed to sentencing. And I'm sorry, the court will also amend that count bill to display. We'll proceed to sentencing. There's a $200 fine. Ms. Red, can you have that fine paid by March 23rd?
Can I have a little bit more time than that? Because I'm on disability.
April 24th?
Yes,
Any questions, ma'am?
yes. I have some more tickets and I don't know where they came from, but them are the only 2 tickets that I had. So I'm trying to see how do I get those resolved too. I have an identity theft case that's going. Cause those was the only 2 tickets that I got, but I got so many more that I don't know nothing about.
So you do have a couple of other matters that are civil infractions. They've already been adjudicated. They're in default that you owe money on.
See, that wasn't me. That's why I had to go get an identity theft number.
Well, I don't know, Ms. Red. The civil infractions happened on the exact same date as the ticket that you just made admissions to.
Turn it up. No, it was only on December the 8th.
Right, exactly. These other tickets are on December 8th.
I have one for April the 8th, and I know I didn't, April the 8th and September the 12th.
From December, 2 of the tickets, you own 3 other tickets. 2 are from December 8th, and then 1 is for December 20th, 2018.
I don't understand, but I know I got those 2 tickets because I remember the officer that stopped me.
So, I mean, you would have to file like a motion to have the default removed, and then there's like a process.
Okay.
You know, those tickets, everything else is closed out.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Welcome. And thank you, Officer Clark.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. You got Jalen.
Thank you.
Mr. Dyer and Mr. Russell, please get into the video. Please come into your video.
This is the people versus Jalen Russell. Ticket number SP 109-1618, count 1, reckless driving, count 2, drive while license not valid or improper license, and ticket number SP 955760, count 1, drove while unlicensed, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Good morning, please say your names for the record.
Jalen Russell.
Pauline Strogan, on behalf of Mr. Russell, Your Honor. At this time, my client is entering a plea of not guilty, asking the outstanding warrants be set aside, requesting a bench trial date.
The court will set aside the warrants. Raise your right hand, Mr. Russell. Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You understand you do have the right to a jury trial?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value to waive your right to a jury trial?
No.
All right, so the court is going to continue your not guilty plea. Set this for a bench trial date for March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
All right.